Hello viewers and welcome to another session of Autodesk Civil 3D 2022. In the last session we have learned how to add profiles to the profile view, and in today's session we will learn how to add and configure the flush. So let's close this by default drawing number 1 and open the drawing lecture 24 which was saved in the last session. Now, under Profile, we have this option of Profile Creation Tools. After that, we have to select this profile. Now we get this type of a dialog box. First, we can give a specific name like Ground Level Access 1. This is actually the ground level that we wish for. We can give a specific description and then we can go for this layout profile style. We can create a new layer, give a specific name, color, and line type. However, we will go for the modifier this time and add a suffix underscore static so that we get a distinguished layer for each time. We can either go for no labels or complete label set. Under design criteria, we have more options, but for now we will leave it as default. Here we have the option for the vertical curve settings. We can go for parabolic, circular, or asymmetric. Here we will go for parabolic. We can give the length or the K value, but this time we will give the length, say 60 for the crest and 60 for the sag. Now let's draw a tangent with curves. Now we will draw the desired profile. For instance, we want a straight path like this. Usually we don't have such option to get an exactly straight path. However, we will see if we want to create something like this, what we would have to remove from the existing profile and what we will have to add. So once it is created, we can select the entire profile, go to the profile view properties, and here you can see we have the options for ground level access 1. Under bands, we have profile 1 as access terrain and profile 2 as this ground level. Now under bands, we can have a clear difference. In this way, these bands play a very important role. Then under hatching, we can add a cut area. We can give it some specific name like cutting. The upper boundary is access terrain and the lower boundary is ground level access 1. Let's hit apply. Now you can see this red shading. Similarly, we can add the cutting material. We can give it a new name like 0 dot cutting material. Then we can give it for the profile. Here we can browse for any type of shading or hatching. We have a lot of options. Let's say we want to go for solid. The color is red. Let's hit apply and then OK. Now once we apply it, you can see the red solid area has been filled for the cutting region. Now you may see there is some area that must be filled. So what we can do the fill area as well. But for now, we can go to the profile. and the shape area fill type can be changed from solid to anything else. So let's browse and we will choose ANSI 31. We can change the scale to 0.5 as well. Now we will get the shading like this. So here you can see there is some area that must be filled. Again, we will go to the profile view properties, and this time we will go for the fill area. We can give it some name like filling. The rest process is same. The upper boundary would be ground level access and the lower boundary would be access terrain profile. And the filling material can be edited. Here we have the green color. We can give it some specific name like 0 dot filling material. So we have ANSI 31. We can adjust the factor as 0.05, same as the cutting material. Now, once we hit apply, you can see there is the filling part, which is green in color. Here you can see it. To adjust the shading factor, we will go to filling material, edit, make sure it is profile. Otherwise, it will not give the effect. Now we'll write 0.05, hit apply and then OK. And here you go. Now we have green shading and red shading for filling and cutting area respectively. Again, we can select and go to profile view properties. Under profile, we can turn on or off any type of profile that we want. If you want to add the labels, you can see we have the options for the major stations. Similarly, we have the option for the minor stations. Then we have the horizontal geometry points. We can simply hit add to get them. Then we have lines, grades, and so on. So this is the point where you can add or remove the labels. Now once you're satisfied, you can save this lecture file as lecture number 25, as we are doing all these changes in lecture number 24. So this is how we actually create and configure the flush. Let's call it a day. See you in another session. Till then, take care.